There is a law in the United States that almost nobody outside politics really talks about, but it quietly affects how intelligence agencies around the world collect information every single day. And recently, this law was extended again, not because everyone agrees on it, but because no one can fully agree on what would happen if it stopped. That law is called FISA Section 702. And at the center of it lies one of the most important and uncomfortable questions of the modern digital age. How much of your private life can be observed in the name of national security? Let's dive into the core of this global surveillance debate. To understand why this matters, we first need to understand what this law actually is. FISA Section 702 is part of a larger legal framework known as the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. It was originally created for one main purpose: to help the United States collect intelligence on foreign threats outside its borders. Not citizens inside the country, not ordinary domestic communication, but foreign intelligence, things like terrorism networks, cyberattacks, and hostile state activity. And for that mission, powerful agencies are involved, including the National Security Agency and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. These agencies operate at the highest level of global intelligence gathering. This is the foundation of the modern surveillance landscape. Now here's where things become interesting. Under Section 702, the U.S. government is allowed to target non-U.S. persons located outside the United States. That means individuals who are considered foreign intelligence targets. To do this, intelligence agencies collect data from global communication systems, including emails, messaging platforms, and cloud storage, and online communications routed through major tech infrastructure. But here is the key point. They do not need individual warrants for every single foreign target. Instead, they operate under a broad authorization system approved by courts and Congress. That's what makes it powerful and controversial at the same time. Understanding the scale is only the beginning of the story. Now let's talk about the part that causes the most debate. Even though Americans are not supposed to be targeted directly, their communications can still be collected incidentally. Let's break that down simply. If a foreign target communicates with someone inside the United States, that conversation can still be captured. So even if a person is not under investigation, their data may still pass through the system. And that is where the concern begins. Because at that moment, the line between foreign surveillance and domestic privacy becomes blurry. It's a gray area that defines the modern legal battleground. Is this a necessary byproduct or a fundamental flaw in the design? Let's look at why many still believe this system is vital. Supporters of the law argue something very serious. In a world filled with cyber warfare and global digital threats, you cannot afford blind spots. They believe Section 702 has helped prevent terrorist attacks and expose foreign espionage operations. It helps track cyber threats and provide real-time intelligence on hostile governments. From their perspective, this law is not just useful, it is essential for national survival in a digital age. But critics see a very different reality. They argue that vast amounts of communication data can be collected without individual warrants. Innocent people's conversations may be included, and oversight mechanisms are not strong or transparent enough. They worry surveillance powers can slowly expand beyond their original purpose, because once data is collected, it cannot be uncollected. This brings us to a fundamental political deadlock. So if this law is so important, why not fully renew it? The answer is simple: political deadlock. Lawmakers in the United States are deeply divided. One side argues, do not weaken intelligence tools in a dangerous world. The other side argues, do not expand surveillance without stronger privacy protections. Because neither side can fully win this debate, the solution was a temporary extension, just enough to keep intelligence operations running. But this debate is not just about one law. It reflects a much larger global reality. We live in a world where almost all communication is digital. Data travels across borders instantly, and intelligence agencies operate in a global network of information. So the real question becomes, in a connected world, who should have access to that connection? The future of digital privacy is being decided right now. FISA Section 702 is no longer just a legal tool. It has become a symbol of the modern conflict between security and privacy, control and freedom. And as technology continues to evolve, this debate is only going to become more important. It's about how far surveillance goes before it redefines privacy. And that leaves us with one final question. In the digital age, is privacy still a right, or just something we assume we still have? If you found this breakdown valuable, don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the digital age. Share this video to help others